let it go. So I guess we'll transition now since we're talking about the playoffs. I think it's a good time to transition over to a team that had high expectations, you know, and just kind of didn't quite measure up to it. We're talking about the Lakers, of course. The Los Angeles Lakers are officially out of this whole entire playoff
Los
situation.
Angeles Lakers.
Yes. A team that have many had winning it all because, of course, why wouldn't they? It's LeBron. Let's just go there. Had them winning it all with AD and their new acquisition, Russell Westbrook, and that's all you need. You don't need a team, really.
Carmelo Anthony.
I feel bad for him because I think at the beginning of the season, I told Vick too because he wanted him to go there to get a ring, and I told him he's not going to get a ring going there. And like most of my predictions, I was correct. So let's talk about it.
Oh, gosh. I don't feel bad for any of them, man.
You say you don't feel bad?
I don't feel bad at all. Hell no.
I feel bad for Melo, man. I want Melo.
I don't feel bad for him. Melo wasn't gonna chase a ring. Melo was gonna go to New York to play. That's where he wanted to go, and then he got that call and was like, you know what, this may be my last chance because he was happy just being back in the NBA.
Yeah,
you gotta remember the dude was out for a couple of years.
Very true.
You know, I'm gonna just enjoy my ball at home. He was gonna go back to the Knicks. I think he still will, but he had the opportunity to go to LA. He left his kids back in New York, made the trip. Fuck it.
Should have found his way on Brooklyn. That probably would have been a better look.
That'd be fire. Actually, I would like that. But he couldn't do the Knicks like that, though.
Probably not. I mean, he gave them time.
That's the only team. You think about it. He got booed at Denver and didn't get booed at the Knicks. That's respect.
I do want him to retire in Denver, though.
Nugget, yeah.
Like even if it's like Pierce did with the 1 day type of thing. Like, he don't actually got to go play a whole season, but just he should, because his jersey should be in those Raptors, regardless.
I think it will, but I don't know if he'll retire as that or as a Knick.
I can't see that.
I think he came from New York, so
he did, but I can't see. I don't know. I can't personally see. He could. How long did he play? What, 3-4 years there? Forgot.
With the Knicks, yeah, I think it was like 4, right? 4.
I thought it was like 6.
No,
maybe, yeah.
I don't think it was that long.
Maybe I'm flipping it with Denver.
Denver was he played either his first 6, maybe 7 years with Denver. I'm not sure on that one, but I wanted him to get a ring, but I knew when he went to the Lakers he wasn't gonna get a ring. I just knew it.
He had his chance when he was younger, man. He chose the money.
Yeah.
So the thing is this:
which
when you're
I'm not mad at him.
Body breaking down, nah, not at all. But I mean, you gotta think the dude was winning scoring title after scoring title. He's one of the most elite scorers.
Yeah.
He had this choice from Denver to go and play for a championship caliber team or have his own team and make more money. And he chose the money. So like when you're in your prime and you have that decision, Bron was in his prime and he's like, I want a fucking ring. I'm going to the Heat. I can't beat the Celtics alone. So he went to the Heat. And Carmelo's like, I'm trying to get paid. And it's like when you win that ring, you're gonna get paid. Like
True.
Just decisions, man. Like you can't change it. He's at that age now. Like I feel like if he were to play like on the fucking, hypothetically speaking, like Golden State or something with Curry healthy and all those guys healthy, he can win a ring coming off the bench because he's not that, like, even though he shot exceptionally well this year, he's not the same player, man,
Yeah. And his game, personally, in my opinion, doesn't really fit. Because he still kind of needs that ISO game, and Golden State's about ball movement and really giving Curry and Clay those open looks. So, I mean, maybe it could work, but he's more of an ISO guy. I think he made the right decision, I'll be honest with you, as far as Melo. I think, especially with just sports in general, injuries, you want to make your money. Like, not everybody's LeBron with the body that can last that fucking long and things like that. Like D-Wade, you know how D-Wade ended up. He won his ring early, but his body broke down on him quick. So that really affected him. So I can't. That's why I wouldn't be mad. I'm not mad at him for going to get his money while he could make it, and he had a legitimate shot. Stoudemire had that team going before he got there. So it's just that they had to get rid of all the pieces that got the team going to get him there.
To get him,
so yeah. So that's what kind of messed it up. So sad for Melo, but I don't think it's his fault. This team is not playoffs.
Nah, not at all.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about whose fault it really is. So let's narrow it down because we're gonna narrow it down to a couple people. All right, we're gonna go with obviously King James.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of y'all's goats, not mine, but some of y'all's goats. AD, I'm gonna throw some on him too. Westbrook, coach, gotta throw some on the coach. And let's go with the GM, the organization itself. I'm not throwing it on any role players. I'm not. The role players played their game. Let's be real. None of those role players, in my opinion, were going to do much. Even my boy Kendrick Nunn went there and didn't play one damn game, which is crazy to me. He's averaging 15. He was averaging 15 with us last year, but I mean different teams. So I'm gonna start with you, Vic. Let me hear your opinion. If you want to break them down in percentages, or if you want to put the bulk on an individual, no, you can do whatever you want to do. Let me hear.
All right, let's go. Yo, it's all LeBron's fault. Fuck that guy.
just right for it.
Just right into it. Just right into it. Let's go.
Yo, listen, this dude orchestrated this whole shit. All right, I called it before. Yo, listen, y'all were coming at Frank Vogel. Now, I'm not talking about I'm just saying like just in general. You know, people were coming at Frank Vogel. Then they were blaming on Westbrook. Okay, yo, who's the puppet master of all this? Yo, it's LeBron James. Yo. He's the one controlling everything. He controls the shots. Yo, again, I was watching a couple of days ago. Magic Johnson came on, live or whatever. Not my live. I'm just, y'all know what I mean. I don't got access like that. That'd be dope, though. That'd be kind of cool. But anyways,
you might.
Nah. But anyways, he came on and said that the Lakers were gonna get DeMar DeRozan and Buddy Hield and still have KCP and Alex Caruso. Magic Johnson said he got a call from DeMar DeRozan's agent and said that DeMar wants to play for the Lakers. He wants to play at home. The Buddy Hield trade was actually done. Like it was gonna be official. It was already set. But then LeBron wants Westbrook instead. Knowing that this was going to happen, knowing that he was going to get DeMar and Buddy Hield, and he chose Westbrook. And listen, you guys know I'm a huge fan of Westbrook. And and the thing is, when this trade happened and Westbrook came on and got brought to the Lakers or whatever, they gave a lot for him, which I think way too much. They definitely should have kept key role players. Like that's how important they are. But they brought in Westbrook, and to me, that wasn't going to work. The reason why was because you got two ball dominant players. That was not going to work. Okay. Now, if they wanted to figure it out, which they should have already done that, they're professionals. Y'all superstars, y'all basketball players, your IQ is on high. Y'all should know how to play the game right. So if someone needs to play a different role, someone needs to make that adjustment. Nobody made the adjustment. And everybody's saying Westbrook had to make the adjustment. I don't think it had to be Westbrook, but like I said, I understand Westbrook had a bad year. I get it. But if we're going to talk about turnovers, LeBron turned the ball over as well. They're not that far apart. Yes, LeBron could shoot better than Westbrook. I get it. But to be honest, though, Westbrook was not able to play his game. And I understand Westbrook should take some blame. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not all his fault. He's not the one running the show. You know what I'm saying? The one who's running the show is LeBron. His leadership was ass. You can tell if you watch his games. This is why I'm telling you, like, it was so embarrassing to watch the games. His body language was ass. He's not fucking motivating nobody. I understand injuries come into play as well. But, bro, like, you still had an opportunity to make it at least into the play-in tournament. Y'all definitely had an opportunity. But yo, they played the Pelicans. They lost to the Pelicans. They played against OKC. They lost to OKC. Y'all lost to these teams that are supposed to be like, teams that are trying to get a good draft pick, and you can't even beat those teams. And then you think by making it to the playoffs, even if you made it to the playoffs, you think you're going to have a chance? Fuck that. All right. The GMs, listen, like I said, the GMs, the coaches, if you guys want to, blame them, I'm telling you, it's not their fault. It's not. It's LeBron is running the whole show. All right. I think it's all that. And like I said, with the Melo thing, yes, I was happy when he was there, because that's what older players do. Superstars who never get an opportunity to get a ring, they kind of like, hop on the bandwagon. Let's just call it that. Antoine Walker, Gary Payton joined the Heat in 06, got a ring.
He got him that ring.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what they end up doing. If that's the way Melo had to go out and win a ring, I'm okay with it. But as you can see, Melo had a good season, but that's because they have nobody on the team that could score. You know what I'm saying? So Melo, like, pretty much, this is why he had a good year. He had his shots. But overall, like, I feel like this was all LeBron. And I want to play something for you guys, but I'm gonna wait after you guys talk. I got a clip and hear your thoughts on this clip. And in regards to like,
What's the clip about?
The clip is pretty much so it's Mad Dog. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he was on the on First Take with Stephen A, and they both are talking about who should be held accountable for the fact that the Lakers don't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much what we're talking about. It was just like when I heard about it, I was like, yo, I definitely want you guys to hear that and get your thoughts on that as well. But I guess we'll go with what Sean now, right?
We're going live.
Yeah.
All right. So accountability. Who's held more accountable than any other person? It's always the star player. We were having this talk earlier today, for people who don't know, and those who are fan favorites tend to lay off the blame for people who are the star players of the team, but it doesn't work out that way. A star is a star. People who's held accountable should be held accountable. That's how it is. The face of the team is the person that's usually held accountable, but the organization usually isn't. I said before, their coach is fucking trash and should get fired. People who don't know me, I'm a soccer player. So in Europe, when the coach is not and the team is not doing well, they fire the fucking coach mid-season and they'll hire somebody else. You know what I mean? If the team is not playing well. And yeah, everybody's still held accountable. The star player, everybody. They'll fire the coach mid-season because the system is not right. That Lakers organization system has been messed up for 3 years now. Even when they won the championship, their system was still messed up. A lot of people don't realize that. They got through the bubble by a whim. You know what I mean? They really did. It's because no fans over there. Everybody's fucking hooping. You got to think about that. They shouldn't have made it to the finals that year. AD was one of the prime reasons why, and LeBron. But other than that, that team wasn't up. The last 3 years, Lakers hasn't been playing. Actually, no. If you want to go way back before AD got there, the last 5 years, probably plus, the Lakers organization has been trash. But they don't play good basketball. In transition, they play good basketball. And I think that's one of the main reasons why LeBron wanted to get Westbrook, because Westbrook is a great transitional point guard. He grabs the boards, he comes down, he creates plays, takes off shit for LeBron to do. So accountability, I'm holding the organization accountable. I'm holding LeBron accountable, of course, but not as much because I feel he had a great season. He had an incredible season, scoring wise, passing wise. Yes, he turned over the ball, but that's what ball handlers do. Mm-hmm. You can't find no person who's a great ball handler that creates plays that does not have over at least 2 to 5, turnovers a game. Like Westbrook or turn over the ball. That's he holds the ball, bro. He's gonna do it. the difference between why LeBron had a great season and I feel Westbrook didn't is under pressure, being able to play under pressure. LeBron's used to being heckled by people because you have that love and hate from everybody. I don't think Westbrook usually gets hate from just the media itself, not from fans. You know what I mean? When he went to the Wizards, I think that's when fans really started disrespecting him. People throwing drinks at him and shit. They weren't doing that when he was at OKC, not like that. So I mean, and I guess when the whole KD thing happened, when KD left, they loved Westbrook because he took over the team by himself. I don't think you've ever seen Westbrook in the negative like limelight like this his entire career, like that much, being heckled by everybody, like questioning what he can do with the basketball, questioning his mental state, questioning how he is with his teammates and how he plays. Like that right there alone is what affected him. You could see his confidence drop. You could see him forcing shots and hitting the top of the shot clock, knowing he can't fucking shoot. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking somebody on and driving to the basket to get a foul because he can hit free throws. His head's not there, bro. And you saw how excited he was. The dude hit a buzzer beater off a whim and was fucking going ballistic. And it's like, yeah, I did it. And it's like, people don't realize the shot before, the nigga hit the shot clock. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's things like that. He's a dog. I think that's why LeBron went after him. Now, as far as how they went about it, I heard that rumor as well about him being able to get Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, I heard about that. We're actually talking about that when all the trades were going through.
Yeah, but Magic Johnson, like he verified it though. Like he said on live, like
that's why he left.
I know. This is why Magic Johnson left. Like he saw that, because let's be real. Magic Johnson was the one that was making these draft picks with Lonzo, Julius Randle. Like he put this team together, and then this fucking LeBron comes. Yeah, he wanted LeBron to come, but like, he wanted LeBron to play with this team, with this group of guys. But LeBron wanted AD.
Right. So here's my thing, right? Other than Magic's career, what has, and I'm not disrespecting Magic at all because the dude's a legend. Other than Magic's career, what has he brought to the Lakers since he went to go work for them?
Yeah, I brought them Lonzo.
That's it? Anything else?
And then Kuzma was in that same trade.
Okay. Anything else?
But I feel like Kobe Bryant was still a part of this, though. Like, not saying Magic, like Kobe Bryant came because of Magic Johnson. I'm saying like Kobe Bryant was pretty much, let's just say, kind of like running the show as well there, not like to the point where like LeBron is, though.
So my thing is, right, that's why I'm blaming the organization, because here's the thing, right? And it's the same thing with other sports that people don't realize. When your name is, am you getting me? Okay.
Yeah, I just saw that pop up again.
Oh, all right. Yeah, so when your name is so high up, all right, here's an example for you. So you guys know Lionel Messi?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Messi, right? Messi, arguably the best player in the world, won several championships, whatever. Messi left Barcelona to go play for Paris Saint-Germain with arguably two of top 10 best players in the world. They have the best front three in the world. And Messi didn't do shit this season. And they got eliminated from the biggest like club cup by Real Madrid. They got eliminated after leading 2-0, and they lost 3-2. So no, they lost 4-3. So they were leading 3-1 and they lost 4-3. You know what I'm saying? Just humiliated. And everyone's like, oh, it's Messi's first season. And see, that's my thing, right? When someone's looked at so big, you're gonna do whatever you can to make that person happy. That's the fault with organizations. They don't follow something. Celtic plays Celtic ball. You know what I mean? He plays Heat ball. that is a system that is set. You come and you fit into the system. If you're somebody who plays freely, you know what? We could fit him into our system. No. The Lakers system been fucked up for so long, bro. After Kobe retired, there was no system. They were just bringing in talent, selling crazy tickets, and you know what? We have no stars on this team. Who can we get? Oh shit, we got LeBron James. This man has made it to championships 10 years in a row. We haven't seen that stage. We haven't seen the fucking playoffs in years. Anything this man says, fucking do it. That's why I asked, what did Magic do for the Lakers?
I think he was trying though. He was trying to to get, he was trying to build the Lakers after Kobe Bryant,
That's the thing. Between a lot of these teams in the NBA are still in a rebuilding phase. Teams have never seen the fucking conference finals, bro. The Suns haven't seen the NBA finals or the conference finals since Steve Nash, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. And then you bring Chris Paul, an elite point guard, who he's a veteran, who's never seen the NBA finals, an elite veteran, and he brings them to the finals for the first time, and they lose. And now they're number one seed again, who could possibly make it to that stage again because they had that hunger. That is a rebuilding phase. That's 20 plus years of never seeing that stage. Now, if you look at the Lakers organization, who predominantly has always been, I guess since I'm a Celtic fan and this shit, but they're greedy. Like, you think about it, like they've been that way. Like you get Kobe, you get Shaq, you get Magic, you get fucking Kareem. You have all these stars who have done this in the past, and naturally you feel you deserve that shit. Fuck a rebuilding stage. We now have LeBron James, who has made it to 10 finals in a row. We need to get there. I don't care about our future anymore. I care about now. So whatever the fuck he says, we're doing it because he knows how to get there. Yeah, that our management are professionals and we've been here for 50 plus years and we do whatever we can. But look, this man went to the Heat, won the championship his first year. Or second year, right?
Second
year. Or was it second year. But he made it to the finals the first year. And y'all lost. So 2 years in a row.
The way he said that, y'all lost. Like, I was like,
my bad. But I'm saying, like, consistency. That's the biggest thing. Consistency is law of attraction. You know what I mean? The law of attraction. You attract what you are. The dude is a fucking winner. And regardless of how his character is, the dude fucking wins. He gets there. That is what attracts people to him. And that's what makes people listen. That's why Magic left, because Magic has a vision. Magic he's a maestro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The dude sees. He saw Alonzo before other people did. He's like, this dude is just like me. Get him. I watched Lonzo in high school and I'm like, this nigga's crazy. But then Lonzo shoots all weird. And they're like, nah, he can't shoot. Oh, he's skinny. Oh, he's frail. Oh, he got bullied by Patrick Beverly. Oh, like, you know, and then next you know, you see his development and finally gets a good contract. The dude's shooting the best he has ever had in his career at the Bulls. Unfortunately, he got hurt, but he was hooping. He can be that type of player that can be a triple-double every night, but he doesn't have to because he has that IQ of a genius, you know, of an elite basketball player. That's what Magic saw and is presented. Like, everyone could see it now. It just took a couple years to develop it. So Bron's like, fuck that. Like, yeah, this kid's good, but he's not a champion. You know who Westbrook is? And future MVP, like, you know, he's won MVP, future Hall of Famer, like triple-double, Mr. Triple-Double. You know who Carmelo Anthony is? Like, this man is an elite scorer, ISO god. Like, he can hit threes, post-up game. You know who AD is? Like, best big in the game, scoring, defense. Yeah, he's smaller, but it doesn't matter. Like, we could win chips if we get these people. Sacrifice your team for right now, and I will bring you money and gold. Listen to me, and let's see where we go.
And that's what LeBron is saying? That's what you're saying LeBron is saying, right?
No. That just this is hypothetically, but I'm not speaking word for word, but I'm saying, like, listen to where I've been. I've been on this stage. Y'all haven't seen this stage in years. Y'all haven't seen this stage since Kobe. I've been here 10 years straight. I can get you back there. And sure enough, what did he do? Took 2 years, bro. He went to the Lakers first year, got injured, scrapped the whole fucking team, brought AD over. 2 years, won a championship. Now you really think that they're not gonna listen to this dude? It took him 2 years to win a championship with the Lakers, bro. Anything LeBron says goes. But that's the organization's fault because it's no longer an organization. It's now trust in who knows best or what we feel knows best. That's an organization's fault, man. I can't blame a man who just wants to win because that's the name of the game, right?
So you're saying this year he wanted to win?
Every year he wants to win.
This year he didn't want to win.
No. Every year he wants
to win. Of course. Who doesn't want to win? But I'm just saying.
No. It's not like, I mean, that team he put together.
Yeah.
Every team he, like, look at that team, bro. We all said it. We all said it, bro. Like, even before the season started, we were talking about, like, yo, this, Melo got a good chance at a ring. Shit, Westbrook, I don't know. Like, me and you, Vic, were like, yo, Westbrook, that shit's gonna be dangerous. Hakeem's like,
yeah, but I'm thinking that, these are fucking professionals. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you guys are superstars. Yeah, elite stars. And I figured they would figure it out. And who's the leader of this group of guys? LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And
egos, man.
I get that, but I think when the goal is, when you're putting this type of team together, the end result is to win a championship. LeBron doesn't have that much more time. Westbrook doesn't have that much more time. Melo does not have that much more time. But this is why I'm disappointed, because my expectation, just like the rest of us, was, yo, they're gonna make it to the finals, right?
Everybody's was,
right? Man. But then the season started going on. Then we saw that these guys weren't meshing together. They kept saying they were going to try to figure it out. They just never did.
Feel like they didn't try to. You feel like they never tried to.
You know what? I don't think so. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think so.
Dudes are boys, bro.
I don't think so.
They're boys, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think. LeBron, listen, you know what? That's like all three of us getting together and we have an ego and shit, but we know the end result is to win a ring. I would step back. I would let if I'm not gonna give it a Hakeem. Sean,
I'm shooting. I'm shooting.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Some things just don't work, bro. Some things really just don't work.
Listen, as a professional, and the end result is to make it to the finals. You would do what you got to do, whatever it takes to make it.
I think he did. I
don't think LeBron did. I think LeBron did.
Season, bro.
He had a great season, but it wasn't the end result. He didn't want to win, or it's just the winning mentality was not there for me to see it.
You feel what I'm saying though? Like, it's crazy. I was talking to a dude about this soccer wise though. Like, how everyone says no player is bigger than an organization, and he was basically saying that's all cap. That is a lie, because there are definitely players who are bigger than an organization. There's players who have done things for these type of teams who have made their name bigger. Even though the team is carried on for generations, that person's name will still be held, above. That's why the name's in the rafters, you know what I'm saying? Because they've done so much for them. It could be the same, like, with soccer, same shit. Like, some players' names are bigger than organizations. Depends on how you really view it, you know what I mean? Like, Michael Jordan goes down as the greatest of all time. Bro, that's overall, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody in the world will know who Michael Jordan is, but I bet you they can't name every NBA team. You feel me? It's just, I think that Lakers team, since Kobe left, like once he retired, that shit has been in shambles. And they found their only escape, which was LeBron James. They give him anything and everything that he wanted. And he promised him chips. He got him one. And from there, you hungry for more. Some people get a damn chip, and then from there, you just want to build, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, let's run it back. You try to run it back, and then from there, it's like, all right, now we need to think about this a little more. What are we doing wrong? But instead, it's more and more greed. I don't like the Lakers, bro. I don't like them at all. I don't. That team's shit. It's
Most
bullshit.
people. Well, you're also a Celtics fan. You got to throw that into the mix. Celtics and Lakers don't really. They rivals.
I mean, like hey, the
I don't think that
jerseys.
has anything to do with it. I think, overall basketball wise, like I think we can definitely respect and appreciate teams, even if it's not our teams that play the game right.
Like I'm not a Spurs fan, but like I've always loved how the Spurs played growing
Hmm.
up. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, bro, like everyone's just in perfect coordination. Everyone's in the right spot. These runs that are being made, the picks set, the plays are just crazy. It's beautiful basketball. Um, Lakers really did. I mean, like, yeah, Kobe was an elite scorer, and like, yeah, Shaq, and you know, you bring over a couple guards. You know, Derek Fisher was doing his thing around that time too. And then you got crazy ass Meta World Peace, and it's overall it was a bully team. It was a great team. Everybody has their own special characteristic about it.
But they even had a system, I would say, because they even still had their triangle offense. That's how Kobe
They
was
did.
raised in it. You know what I mean? So they
Even
still
when
had a certain type of offense that they ran. I'm sure it's not what they're running now anymore, but they at least had a
bro,
system.
yo, if you watch Lakers, bro, they barely run plays. It's just free.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's nothing.
It's terrible, bro.
There's
It's bad.
nothing.
And like I remember LeBron said in one of the meetings, like they were talking about um when he was going to the Lakers, and they're like, "How do you think you can improve this offense?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not sure if you knew, but they're top five for transitional offense." I'm like, "Nigga, fast break is a fast break." Like, you know what I mean? Like that's good that they're able to score on a fast break, like more than the other, 25 teams. Like, nice, but still, like, I mean, what about the offense? You know what I mean? Like you could be a transitional player and someone could stand down court and I just throw him the ball. I mean, hope you catch it and just lay it in. Nice. All right, but like it's more than that. It's deeper than that. So it's just the system's messed up, man. At least even at the Cavs, they had a system, bro. When he was at the Cavs, he had a system. When he was at the Heat, he had a system. His first time at the Cavs, those 9 years, it was free.
Now, but did they have a system because of LeBron though?
No, because he came into it. He came into it as a teenager. Like you know what I mean? He came in young. Like he had to build. The same thing. He went to the Heat. You're not playing for a championship organization. Like you now, like, yeah, you do your thing, go score, go do your thing. But you gotta realize, like, we do this a certain way now. You're not just taking the freaking ball down the court and dribbling through everybody to then dunk it. You're not doing that. Give the ball to fucking Wade, get on the wing, let somebody set you a pick, come up, and then you go dunk that shit.
Well,
You're not, you're not,
he tried. I will say that he did try. When he tried to get Spo fired, that was his way of saying like, no, this guy's not going to get it done. Like I want my own person here to be coaching this team
To run
correctly.
it the way LeBron wants to
what
Run
they
run it.
do though.
it. And that's
What
when
they do.
we got vets like Wade, Haslam. You ain't coming in this organization telling Haslam what to do. I'm gonna
Neither,
say that right now.
But Pat Riley wouldn't
Pat
stand by that
Riley, even
anyways.
Spo wouldn't either. So there's like no, like
You
this. That's
don't
not how
you
you do
tuck
it.
you don't you tuck they Lakers tuck their tail, bro. Ty Lue tucked his tail, bro. Once Kyrie left, Ty Lue tucked his tail. They traded the whole Cavs team. You know what I mean? Bring in IT, bring in Wade, bring in all these players, and then traded the whole team again. I've never seen a
Oh
full
yeah,
roster
yeah. I
traded
remember that
twice
during midseason. Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
season.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never seen that
yeah.
before. Ty Lue just tuck his tail because I mean, shit, we make it into the finals every year. Just tuck their tail and just listen. And it's like, how can you fault him? Because he's bringing them there. You know what I'm saying? The people who are the leaders, the people who are upstairs, bro, like management, GMs, like those are the people who run the systems. they're supposed to have a system in place that is ran. Celtics had a system. It wasn't working out well. Bro retired. Now they fired his ass. Get out of here. Yo, go upstairs, bro. You do your thing. We're gonna get a new coach. Our dude go upstairs. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna make some moves now because I have a vision. You know what I'm saying? So like still the Celtic system, because this is the coach who's been coaching us for years. Now he's up there. So now he's controlling more. It's just no one's gonna be like, hey man, look, get rid of Jay Brown because Tatum and him, they both are just too heavy of score. No. Like, look, Jay Brown is a two-way. Tatum's an elite scorer. Marcus Smart is a great player. Like, you know what we need to bring in? We need to bring in some bigs. Get Robert Williams. Williams come in there, elite shot blocker. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's bring in some guards. Let's get Dennis Schroeder. Fuck it, that's a steal. Let's get Dennis Schroeder, you know what I mean? Free guard. Let him do his thing. Schroeder ain't working out. Get him the fuck out of here. Let's bring in some young ballers. Fit them into our system. And now watch how we're playing.
See.
And we're not even a championship team like that.
See, but what you're describing, Sean, is the complete opposite of what happened in the Lakers, because they had that opportunity and LeBron stepped in and cut that out. LeBron, instead of saying
why though,
but see okay. So my go ahead on this whole thing is I give it some thought. LeBron 60, organization 40. I say the organization 40 mainly due to the fact that they should have been smart enough to see the pattern. LeBron has a pattern. He's done it more than once. And I know we talked about that a little bit. He goes to a team with an agenda. The agenda, yes, to win a championship. That was his plan in the LA, to win a championship. Off court stuff. Of course, he had to think about his life after basketball because that's where he wants to retire. So a lot of stuff was available to him in LA. So that also helped. Magic was one of the reasons why he wanted to go to LA. He went to Magic's house out there in LA. They had that conversation. Magic brought him there. Not saying that he wouldn't have gone there without Magic. Maybe he went to the Clippers somewhere, but I know he wanted to be out in LA. Magic was kind of that point to get there. I just think the organization didn't recognize the pattern. They shouldn't have let him override what they knew made sense. Yeah. So, in a sense, you see, like you just described what your Celtics did. You take this piece, we put this here. Okay, we see we need this. The formula for LeBron has always been surround him with shooters. I'm gonna tell you why I think he went a different route this time in a second when I put the blame on him. But clearly they had in their mind LeBron is better with shooters around him. That's why you go and get AD, a big man who can shoot and who can also be your future. Keep that in mind. Keep your future in mind because you're not keeping it in mind when you make a Westbrook trade. You're not keeping your future in mind, in my opinion. So you put this trade off pretty much just so you can make LeBron happy. No offense, fuck making LeBron happy because LeBron's not going to be your future. He got you your ring. You should have recognized, okay, he got me this ring. Look what happened once he got the ring in Cleveland, and the next year things weren't looking well. You know he has an exit
before they got the ring.
What'd you say?
They got AD before they got the ring.
True, but they got AD for the ring. No, I'm not talking the AD move. I'm just strictly talking the AD move. I believe was a good move on two parts. One, for their future because they need a young superstar. Like if you're giving away so many people, like to bring in because you gave away the house when you brought AD in. But we understand what type of talent AD is. When healthy, what type of talent he is. And even in the playoffs, AD steps up. So I wouldn't take anything. I think if they made the playoffs, they might have gave some people a run for their money. I don't think they would have won it, but they might have put up somewhat of a fight. If AD was healthy, the Westbrook thing still would have been probably a little bit off. But I think that was it was good to bring in that superstar. It got you a championship. Great. It worked for you that 1 year. The Lakers, yes, you're right. They're only thinking about they shouldn't be just thinking about that 1 year. It's LeBron's job to think about getting a ring that year because he's at the end of his career. The organization's job to think about their future after LeBron. So you're supposed to think about, yes, let me make LeBron happy now. He does know how to win now, but let me keep in the back of my mind, he's going to leave. He's not going to be here that long. Let me bring in the young Buddy Hield. Help me out. Let me bring in a DeMar who's maybe not young, but he's at that point where you see what he can do in Chicago. Well, not you can see it now.
He wouldn't have been playing the same way with LeBron.
He wouldn't have. But you know the thing about him is too. He's a more accurate mid-range shooter.
I get that, but I don't. He would not. The way he's playing now, it would not have been the same outcome with the Lakers.
I don't think he'd have as much freedom.
But he's still a person that can go get you a bucket. Westbrook, unfortunately, he can
get you a bucket. Westbrook can get you a bucket.
But him going to get you a bucket is different than
he's not playing to like his advantage though.
It's different than DeMar getting you a bucket because Westbrook, right now, his mindset of getting a bucket, which is not the old Westbrook, which would have been I'm gonna just drive all the time. His idea of a bucket is taking a jump shot right now. That's not what we need from you, Westbrook. I'm sorry. Like that's nothing, and that's why I think
utilize your assets.
And that's why I think it was a bad move for them to even see that because he doesn't fit the LeBron mold. Like if they had got Lowry, that would have made more sense because he's somebody that would have fall back, would have taken the ball, but he also can go be a spot up shooter. Lowry loves passing that ball over the Bam, over to Jimmy, letting them set up. He'll go stand somewhere and get ready to make a jump shot unless you need him to. That's what LeBron needs to play with. The organization should have realized that, and they should have stand strong on their move, saying this is my organization. LeBron. The reason I give him 60% is because I feel like part of you keep bringing up how well he's playing this season, and I get it. He is playing extremely well. I also think he wanted Westbrook over there so that he could take off less of the load. I'm talking about less of the ball handling load, the scoring load. I apologize, Sean, and he's probably going to be controversial. We can have this talk. He wants to break Kareem's record, so he wants to fucking score. That's why I think he's scoring so hard. Like I think that's the main. Like
I think he has to. No one else on their team is scoring.
But I think even if Westbrook was still doing him, he still wanted he wants to pass Kareem, and he has a chance to do it next season.
He's going to.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna do it. I mean, whether he does it this season or
no, it's definitely next season.
But his
son. I mean, his son's coming into the league in like 3-4 years. Like he'll break it regardless. But I mean, that's why when you were 80 came in healthy.
Yeah.
LeBron was also healthy the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not this aggressive with scoring at all.
Well, now you see you have a chance to catch it. He passed Karl Malone in March.
He knew he was gonna catch it. I mean, that's his goal from the get, bro.
It's not set in stone. Well, we can say I think now more than ever it is because of how close he is. I forgot the exact number that points either way.
He's definitely gonna break it next season for sure.
Yeah.
So that's so when you start seeing that, because you start seeing your team, once you start playing the first couple 20 games, you start saying like, oh, we really don't got it. Let me up it and just try to reach that record faster. That's why I think his scoring has gone up so much. Me personally, like I said, it's a debate. We can debate that. But that's why I personally think his scoring has gone up so much because now he's like, I just want to, if I'm not going to win a chip this year, let me try to get that milestone. Let me try to get number one scorer in the league ever past Kareem because I can do that. So that's one reason why I think the scoring part of it went up. I think he's more focused on the scoring and actually winning the game, to be real with you. Once he saw that, he knows even if they make the playoffs, because that's another thing. He makes the playoffs and he gets kicked in the first round. How does that look? I do think I do think LeBron. That man, damn incentive. I do think LeBron is at that point in his career where he's trying to get those accolades that are going to matter, and I think a playoff blemish like falling out is not going to, unless he's a for sure thing. Like we gonna go. I think he just sat back, looked at his team, and said, "Damn, this ain't
That's
it."
perspective on a character, man.
But he does that. He
It's
does
tough
that
to-
multiple times.
That's the
throughout
thing.
the game when you're wide open and then like this dude takes a corner three with two dudes contesting him and then he hits the top of the board and you're just looking at him like, bro, why did you force that shot instead of running back on defense? And it's unprofessional and is not a leader. You know what I'm saying? But how many times does that have to happen for dudes to actually learn? Because they're not learning in practice, obviously. You know what I mean?
Well, because it might also just be
shit.
okay, but no, that's why I said I give the organization 40%. But who's to say how LeBron is? LeBron's a very passive aggressive person. I don't know him personally, but from the way that things are described, he seems passive aggressive. Like he might not come up, he might not be like Jordan, get in your face and tell you like, yo, make a fucking shot.
He did
his.
He did that last year.
I don't know. I've never seen
it. That's me. He was like, he passed Pope the ball, bro. Pope was wide open. And then Pope was unconfident because he literally was shooting like 1 for 10. You know, Pope.
He could shoot. He could shoot.
Come on,
we're not gonna talk because Sean has something.
Yeah, I know.
That's why when you brought up his name the first time, I looked right at Sean's face and I was like, this is the reaction.
Pope will go 1 for 10 one night and then go like 10 for 12 the next. Like he's so inconsistent. But it just so happened to be like that night he wasn't hitting no shots. And LeBron dimed him and he was wide open, bro. And you saw him thinking about shooting. And that's his role, is to shoot. He's just like, and then he just passed it off. And at the timeout, he went up and grabbed him and was like, I want you to fucking shoot when you get the ball. You need to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like he grabbed him.
He probably said it nicer.
Nah, bro. You can read his lips, bro. It's zoomed in on him. He's like, I want you to fucking shoot the ball. Like
he probably said,
come on.
He probably said freaking. Do you freaking shoot the ball?
I hear you though, bro. Like I have seen passive aggressiveness with him before, but those are you got to think about it. Like all greats, when you see those clips on the side, you see them with Jordan and shit. Jordan was a bully. A lot of people, they have to go back to realize how much shit Jordan used to talk to people. You know,
because he was competitive. Like the dude wanted to win.
Asshole, bro. He was an asshole. Like
no, Jordan was a complete asshole. Don't get me wrong.
It was so funny, bro.
He had it. He had his reasons. Like you said, he wanted everybody to be as good as him, even though they weren't. Like just put it like that was his main reason. I want you to be as good as me. You're not, Kobe, but I want you to think you are.
Same shit with Kobe. Kobe, asshole, bro. You know what I mean? But it was just funny, like how Kobe was. Like Kobe used to try to see how serious you were about it. You know what I mean? Like you hear stories now about him and shit. Like he talking to teammates, or he sees somebody that he's gonna be playing, and then they're both, you know, they're in the locker rooms, whatever. Like the night before they travel over to the team, and Kobe's he sees a dude out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to get my workout in at like 4 a.m." And Kobe's like, "What? 4 a.m. That's mad early, man. You gonna do that?" Like, yeah, I'm gonna get it on at 4. You know, Kobe used to train at 4 and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, that's really early, man. You should train later." Yeah, I'm gonna train later. And the dude went into the gym at like 6, and Kobe was finishing his workout. Like that shit's funny, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just competitiveness is different. I think LeBron is a fierce competitor. I think just how he presents it is not what we're used to. At least what we grew up seeing. It's not the same. You got to think the era is different, but I don't think how he carries himself is fully negative. Like the body language is, but what he does as far as for his team is actually good. The team is shit, dude. Like if they're not holding up their end individually, especially when there's no system and everyone's playing free, the fuck he's gonna score. He has to do.
Yeah, but this is my issue is that how can you coach somebody? Well, let's be real. Like, I mean, you're not gonna coach LeBron. LeBron's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah,
But at the same time, look, the coach is the coach for a reason. Like, I don't care who the player is.
that's
The
not a
player
coach.
huh?
That dude's not a coach, bro.
No.
Dude
But
talks tough
yo,
shit.
but I'm just saying, let's be real.
That dude's not a coach.
Who out of all the let's be real, out of all the coaches, who do you think was an actual coach to LeBron?
None. Yeah, Spo's probably the only one.
Exactly.
None of
The
the
only
coaches.
one, and the reason why, look, and Hakeem brought it up, like, yo, LeBron wanted Spo out, right? But because Spo had Pat Riley in his corner, the organization in his corner, and said, no, LeBron, we're not doing that. This is not how we run shit here. The organization took control, and look at what happened, right? Then fucking LeBron goes to the Cavaliers. Who's their coach?
LeBron.
You know, the thing is this though. You know, every team LeBron went to, which whoever except the Heat, every head coach there, the team that he brought them to the finals to, that was the first NBA finals and conference finals.
Correct, but you realize that formula is not gonna always work. I mean, and not even that is
bro.
not that is even not let me rephrase that. Not that it's not going to work. Clearly, it's only good for one title because he can't. No, it's true. Because listen, yes, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna be the GM of the Cavaliers when I get back over there because I saw I saw how they did it in Miami. I'm gonna take this Miami philosophy and come bring it over to the Cavaliers. I'm gonna get my one ring. I'm gonna get my Ty Lue in here, do our thing. All right, we got our ring. Next year goes to shit. Oh fuck. Well, let me get out of here. Nah, I don't know how many years he stayed there again, but let me go over here to LA. We do the same thing. I'm gonna get my coach. You bring whatever philosophy over here to these other people. Win my ring. Next year is not gonna work. And it's just like so what do you
formula when
but
there's gold right in front of you?
But the formula that worked for him was having a head coach like Spo in a team. Because granted, Wade was on the decline.
That's exactly. Yo, we're on the same page. We're just slightly off here, right? I think we're both we are all three of us. We are agreeing and disagreeing at the same time. Everything you're saying is true, bro. The way everything is set up, how these coaches react to him, I 100% agree. It is wrong. Spo, how they handle their situation, that's the only coach he played for that actually won before he went to it. You know what I mean? So anything he tried to do is thrown out the fucking window. Anything he tried to say was thrown out the window. Why? Because this is something we had said. So I'm saying, like, why would he now? Because you got to think he was 25 years old at the Heat. Left when he was probably 26, 27. So he's still young. And he goes to another team with a coach that's building his career. He has this high name. He's LeBron James. And he takes over. At that point, you don't need a coach that's a vet.
No, that's where we differ. Because you are LeBron James, but you are not the team. One thing about Jordan, we knew who was the coach and we knew who was the best player on the team. Jordan would go.
That's
Jordan,
how it should be.
But and that's
LeBron doesn't play like that.
That's the difference.
No,
because
LeBron doesn't do that.
Exactly what that's what we're saying, bro. There is no coach, nigga. That's what I'm saying.
But again,
but why is there no?
There's no coach because of LeBron.
No, not because of LeBron, because of the organization. They tucked their tails, bro.
Well, yeah, but they're tucking their tail.
We talked about this. No,
they're tucking their tail to LeBron.
We talked about it was a text message actually. How can you understand somebody's vision when somebody does not listen to you? There's no way to understand someone's vision without communication. There is communication between both parties. That's why the man is the leader. He doesn't just come into a place and says, yeah, this is my shit. No. He goes there. He's introduced. He's doing it right now.
Uh,
He's doing it right now.
Okay, so let me let me fight you back on that. I have to fight you back on that. And granted, I told you.
Just open the door.
Oh, I thought it was a
Oh, it's a
ghost. You over
chihuahua.
there
It's a dog.
scared me. I was like, what's going on?
Yes, it is a damn ghost.
So, oh, I'll wait till he gets back. I don't want to. God, why you up?
Fuck LeBron.
Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, we back. We back.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, well, I feel like I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so that's the thing with the communication thing. It isn't about. It isn't. It's about keeping him happy because you know if you don't, he's going to leave. That's what. That's that's the picture he's drawn of himself, I think, and that's from him doing what he did. Granted, he has the right to jump whatever team he wants once his contract. So that's his personal business, whatever. The difference between that, and even it may even be a difference between eras, because we know back in Jordan's era, people weren't swapping teams like that. But the thing is, Jordan trusted the organization to make the move. Yes, he threw his 2 cents in, and we're seeing right now that Jordan's 2 cents in picking players. We see his draft record, ridiculous, horrible, except for his last one, LaMelo, little players he has now. But some players aren't good GMs. LeBron believes, in my mind, personal preference, I think he believes that he's a good GM and that he can pick his team players, things like that. And that if he doesn't get what he wants, i.e. the Cavs, he will just up and leave. And when he up and leaves the organization however he left it.
He didn't up and leave the Cavs though. He was there for several years.
But
up and leaving to you. How long does it?
So when I say up and leave, and that's why I said 40% organization. I didn't just say 100% LeBron, because that's why I said it's the organization.
How long does the player have to stay at a team?
No, you stay until your contract.
The contract's up, and then you do whatever you want.
However, LeBron was always that person that made it seem like I might come back, I might not. I don't know. They are in their brain thinking, oh, we got to get him to stay because obviously this is our franchise player. This is LeBron. He's going to go down as the second best player and ever played a game of basketball. We all know that. So in your mind, you're thinking, okay, he's not saying yes, but he's also not saying no. So we're still in the running to get him. Let's keep him happy. Therefore, LeBron will keep you on the fence about what he's going to do. And you're in your mind, damn, I gotta make the moves I have to make that he wants to keep him there. Let me bring his players in so that he'll have an incentive to stay here. That's where the LeBron thing kind of messes up, like where he gets that picture painted of him, because they 100% believe I have to do what I have to do to keep LeBron happy. Well, if LeBron was just like, hey, I'm gonna be real with you, this is my last year, I'm gonna move on. Organizations start thinking, okay, let me move on. Let me start thinking about the future. Because right now they're just thinking LeBron is my future. And that's my future. And so when he leaves, that's why I said when he up and leaves, like when he up and left Miami, he didn't even tell Wade. He just took off. Now, granted, we still had Wade and Bosh. And we still had players, so we didn't suffer that bad. But a town like Cleveland, they just traded away, like you just said, traded away half their damn team that last year when they had Wade on the team. They just traded all of them away for LeBron, and then he just took off, up and leaving them with whatever was left.
I mean, like 2 years after that. But I mean, they
because he left that season. Wasn't that his last season then? That was 2018.
The year IT got hurt. That was the year Kyrie left. Kyrie went to Celtics. IT came over to the Cavs. He stayed an extra year after that.
Was it an extra year? I'm not sure. I'm just saying
IT was hurt. He messed his hip up. That's when he left the Celtics and they traded him.
But see, at the end of the day, the Cleveland, I guarantee you, there was no talks, or if there were talks to him about what he was going to do that next season, he didn't make it clear. And LeBron knows what he's going to do. He just doesn't feel the need to be upfront. And I just be upfront. Hey, Wade, Pat Riley sent Wade an offer. We want to bring you back. Wade said the offer's not good enough. I've been taking money, taking pay cuts. I want to get paid, and I want to go play for my hometown team, so I'm going to leave for my hometown team. He let them know so that he can leave. This offer isn't good enough. I'm gonna take off. But that's how good business is done. I'm not gonna, again, not he doesn't owe it to anybody to tell him what he's gonna do. That I want to make very clear. However, yes, it does come across a different way if you tell somebody you're gonna do something, or if you if there's somebody's directly asking you, hey, do you think you're gonna come back? Yes, granted, it's a distraction, but you don't have to leak that to the media. You could just keep that within your front office and have that conversation so the front office can plan accordingly. That's it. So that's why when I say up and leave, that's why I say with this Lakers situation, he just traded away all the depth right now. Right now, you got AD, Westbrook, and whatever the hell is behind it. They got Taylor Horton Tucker, but I believe to bring in any talent, they're going to have to get rid of him and probably get Westbrook and trade Westbrook and try to bring in some talent to get things there. But at the end of the day, when he's ready to go, he's ready to go when his contract's up. Now you just got AD in what?
You're gonna have to build around AD now.
And
I mean, hopefully by that time, Lakers do have enough money.
See, and that's
by that time they bring in a coach,
and that's the problem,
and a GM that knows what they're doing. But
that's not gonna happen until LeBron's gone.
And that's what I'm saying. So like again, I use Miami because obviously that's my team. I follow them the most. I see what Miami's doing. I understand that they have old Jimmy Butler, old Kyle Lowry, but they also complement that with all these young guys we have. So it's like, yeah, they're putting more on Hero. They're putting more on Bam because they know, hey, you're gonna be the future. You're gonna come out. Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent, all these players that are coming off the bench, they see Gabe Vincent as a point guard. They want him to. They're gonna groom him to try to be that point guard. Whether he is or not, we don't know. But they're gonna groom that. I can't right now. They were talking about. I was watching the Heat podcast. They were talking about something about moving Tyler Hero possibly in the offseason for Bradley Beal. And everybody's saying that's the dumbest thing you should do. If you're going to move Tyler Hero, move him for someone like Donovan Mitchell. Someone that's still young. Don't move him for Bradley Beal. It's injury prone. Or don't move him at all because look what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things, but you got to think like, yes, we know Pat loves established players. Well, I know Pat loves established players. That's why he likes to bring established players in. Bradley Beal is past established. I'm sorry. He can't even stay healthy.
For sure.
Donovan Mitchell, that's a whole different story. You bring Donovan Mitchell with Bam, that might be a different type of dynamic.
You're going to need a full service package for that, though. You're going to need a trade.
Well, that's why we got Duncan. That's why we playing Duncan Robinson like $90 million right now. You could throw him in the package and try to make that the money average up. Well, I'm saying Tyler Hero, Duncan, something like that. Yeah. For that way you're getting back a 20-point scorer in Tyler Hero for cheap. And then you're going to be taking out, you got to knock down shooter Duncan Robinson, something like that. But at least they're thinking, I'm going to keep these future young picks to do something, and then I'm going to just keep the old dudes and keep Haslam because you got to keep Haslam.
I hear what you're saying, though. LeBron definitely thinking about himself in the now. And, I mean, the Lakers is thinking about LeBron in the now.
Yeah, and that's the problem. And they're letting him influence all of their decisions instead of being realistic. Like, hey, listen, it's not going to work. Yes, last year didn't work. So let's come together. And that Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan would have been the most perfect trade, in my opinion.
If they kept this dude from the Clippers that won he won six man.
Montre.
I don't know why they got rid of him. That was a steal, first of all. That was a steal. They had a good team with Kuz.
But again, at the end of the day, who's to blame for that one? I understand you might say the organization, but
No. I mean,
Organization
like I said,
40. No, again,
I already said LeBron's held accountable for it, but
the organization still has to make the move, so you have to put some percentage of it. The
Yeah,
organization should be the
who's the
one to stop.
organization? Come on.
Jeannie Buss needs to take her ass down and stop that fucking trade. No, LeBron, listen, let me tell you something. This ain't happening.
But that's what
Somebody
I'm
needs to be in
saying.
that front office
Exactly.
that could just be like, yo, put me in there. You ain't gotta pay me that much.
But the same way the organization fucking lets LeBron step all over them, same thing with the coach. The coach, like this is making Frank Vogel look horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like the did his thing with Indiana with Paul George.
What makes it worse is he's also a defensive-minded coach.
I know,
so, and they suck at trash. So that's making it even worse.
You know, why yo you guys know Jason Kidd was supposed to be the coach of the Lakers, right? Like it wasn't supposed to be Frank Vogel. It was supposed to be Jason Kidd.
That wouldn't even been a good move. I don't think a young
Jason
coach like
Jason Kidd instead